Welcome back to 818 Custom Garage. We're back on the Infraction. If you saw that last video, we went 107 with a basher. I mean, it's got nice stuff in it, don't get me wrong. It's got a nice system, but it's not geared crazy, nothing wild. It's all, just off the shelf stuff, just put together well. So, I noticed a few things when we went to go do our couple runs on 6S and 8S. It was very difficult. Once it got into like full throttle, it wanted to spin out a lot, really easily. So, we've got a little bit more gear in it than, the previous runs that we had done. So it was a little more difficult to maneuver. So I wish I would have caught it on video, because I was like, oh, you know what? The other day I was like, went out to go screw around, have a good time. Just wanted to drive it around because it's fun to just have a blast with, right? And did some like drag races, some quick drag hits and stuff like that. And it blew the rear tire off the wheel. The inside bead came off, and I was like, what? So I was like, man, that seems weird. So I glued it back together. All went, glued back together fine. It jacked up the back of the body a little bit when I did that and stuff. So I took it back out, just having fun with it again, just kind of, screw around with it. And man, the thing just would not go straight. Like if you just launched it, it was just sideways the whole time. And I was like, okay, let me see if I could adjust the shocks a little bit, play with the suspension. No matter what I did, it did not like it. So, and I know why, or I'm pretty sure I know why, because I've already faced this with the Limitless build too. So let me turn the camera around. We'll show you what's up. Man, I love this body. I wish they made these in. This is the rigid wheel. I wish they would make the rigid wheel in black. They only make it in white right now. Maybe they'll make it in black. It'd look good. You can see I got a little hole in the body right there. Kind of, that tire whacked it pretty good. But so what happened? Running on 6S. It's a CNHL 6200 90C. It's a good battery though. Just running it straight to it. Cat packs on there, everything else good. And so it blew the whole inner bead off of the wheel. Glued it back on really well, and it hasn't come back off. But if you look at these tires, look at the chunk. This thing is expanding and maneuvering around. I mean, there's sections that are just burnt out of there, right? This side of the tire was getting way more wheel speed. This looks good, right? Nice and even. This side, not so much. So what's happening is it's blowing through the rear diff. So it is just driving this left side tire way faster than the right. And whenever you do that, you're gonna start, it's harder to make them work. The traction, you're blowing through it. So this thing's just overspinning, over speeding. This one's starting to drive because it's got more traction, right? So off it goes, right? So I was having similar setup with the similar problem with the Limitless, and I wanted to keep this thing a basher and not go too crazy, but I think to have it be where I really want it to be, and because I want to do some like low speed, I like doing the low speed speed runs with it, and I want to do some like nice drag hits with it with my buddies and stuff, go drag it and whoop their butts. So I think for sure in the rear, I'm gonna need to do a diff locker. So this Limitless down here, Limitless has lockers front and rear and a spool. So I mean, this thing is completely locked up. It's all 1-to-1, and it made a humongous difference in being able to tune that thing drag wise. So we got some more on this thing. So this thing's got, it's got some pretty gnarly power on 6S with that TP motor. But this is our basher fun car. I really enjoy this truck. It's so much fun. It's nothing Like that thing's a little more crazy. You know, a lot of the stuff that's been done on that is a lot more crazy. Crazier motor, bigger ESC, all that other stuff, right? This thing I didn't want to go totally out of control. I wanted to be able to drive it, and because that thing, that Limitless heats up. This thing does not. You run this thing, you can beat on it the way it sits on 6S, just rip it over, and it doesn't overheat. So been very, very fortunate there. I think that's what I wanted to do, was like be fast, rip it, have fun, but not overheat. But I think with where we're at, gearing wise and everything else, we're gonna go do a for sure gonna do a rear diff locker. So, and I'll probably keep the front opened up still. We got 100K in the back, in the front. I mean, I could just take the rear. I could just throw, you know, silicone earplugs in there, and it would probably work. But I don't know. Maybe we'll try that. Let me think, and I'll let you know. Do we do earplugs, or do we do the diff locker? I've got 2 diff lockers. I would only have to order one more for one of the other projects. So, but I've already got 2 Scorch diff lockers here, so I can always put that in there. The Limitless has the Ironman RC diff lockers, and those work great too. So I can always put an Ironman in this one and keep my 2 Scorch for my other Speedrun track. So, okay, so that's what's coming up. We got to lock up this rear end a little bit better, and then we're gonna go take this thing out for some hits again. See if see what it does. I think it'll be better. I think it'll be easier to really get on the power and not spin out so much. So stay tuned. We made a decision. As you can see, there is a hole. Nothing there. So we've got, we're gonna go with the Scorch diff locker, and I got a new gear too. I have these for the Speedrun truck. So for that, I'll just, you know, order another one when I go to put that thing together. But we got this thing all torn apart, not much to it. You know, you take the rear diffuser out, and then take the cap off. We got this guy, he decides he's gonna videotape everything now, right? Let's video each other. Hi, hi. Okay, too close. So, I'll pull these things out, we'll get it all put together, and then I'll show you what it looks like, the Scorch one looks like put all together. I've shown you the Ironman RC one on the Limitless builds.
An Ironman RC?
Yes. Yes.
That's weird.
That's weird?
I don't like that.
You don't like it? Okay. So I'll put this together, show you what it looks like, and then we'll slam it in the car when this guy doesn't, yeah, jump in the whole way. All right, stay tuned. Bang, check that out. I got the grease in there, got the cups on, got a little shim in there. Everything went together super, super nice. Fits good. You do have to leave the diff cups off, well, before you, in order to put the shims on. So I mock everything up. I get everything all set up. I get all the set screws and the screws all Loctited and done, except for the 2 drive cups. Get it on, put it in. I check for play. If you need a shim on one of the sides, pop, you know, you pull it back out, put your shim on, test it, pull it back out one more time. If you're good, Loctite the set screws on the cups in, get it all in, grease it up, throw it in, you're good to go. So similar to the Ironman RC one, super nice, fits good. The Scorched one, I think, is, the machining quality is just fantastic on these. So, and in order to get them in and out, Ironman RC one was the same too, is these screws holding the shock tower on, you got to pull those 2 out, because these diff cups are just a tiny bit bigger than the stock ones, so they just touch on there in order to get in. But you pop them off, it goes in pretty easily. So yeah, so we're gonna get this thing all back together. Just gonna, you know, put the diff cover back on, sway bar back on, pick the shocks back up. We'll get everything back together. We'll let it sit overnight, And then I'll probably go out and do some test hits. I'll get video of that. See how this thing does. Probably some drag, some good, drag test hits with it, and see if we can get the suspension tuned up, because we want it to go straight. If we set it up to go straight on the hit, should go straight down the way when we're rolling into it. So that's what we're looking for. So stay tuned, get this together, test hit. So before it starts getting too hot outside, we're gonna take this thing for some rips. We got that rear diff locker in there. Let's see what it does. We'll put you guys down on the tripod and let's go check it out. Ooh, that initial hit right there looks nice and straight. So let's, I think that may have helped it. Let's put a little heat in the tires. Oh, still getting a little sideways. That may be due to the front too. So let's put you down and we'll see what we can do here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Still way sideways. Still way sideways. Let's see. Alright, let's try this one more time. Wow. Got some heat in the tires now. Let's see. That was a little better, but it's still kind of all over the place. I'm not happy with it. So that was better with a lot more heat in the tires, but still, let's watch this thing good this time. Okay. Let's get one more good hit, see if it does the same thing. All right. I'm gonna try to stand back here. I really want to watch it. That was better. Little loosey-goosey on the... That was a little better on the hit. Still moving. rolled into the throttle ever so slightly on that last one. Let's see. Let's actually just pin it. That was perfect. And I think it's because it's got a lot more heat in the tires. Kind of feel the tires. Yeah, the tires are really hot. Okay, let's give it one more. This thing's hot, so, oh man. So, spun, gave it a slight correction, it straightened out. It's definitely way better with that rear diff locked up. Oh no. I think we might be overheated. Let's go pick it up. These electric cars are too quiet. Came up behind me sneaking up. At least mine's loud. Yeah, this thing's hot. You saw it, I was just beating on it, beating on it, beating on it. We'll give it a little bit of kickage. So, let's go put it down, go let it cool down. I'll put the fan on it. And I'm gonna review some of the footage, see what kind of adjustments we need to go make to help this thing out just a little bit, because I feel like it's probably just needs a little bit of a suspension adjustment now. All right. Okay, so we're back. I made a quick adjustment to the shocks in the back. I'm gonna try that first. I want to see, plus the battery was almost dead, so recharge the battery, everything's nice and cool. Yeah, so quick adjustment on the shocks, and we're gonna try that. If that doesn't work, I think the next step is, I've got 100K in the front, is maybe to go into like 300 in the front. I don't want to go too crazy, because like I said, this is kind of our basher. I still want to be able to turn really well. If you start going too thick in the front, it doesn't steer, it slows the steering down a lot. And I like being able to drift and do donuts and all that other stuff. So I don't want to go too far. I want to see if maybe, if that's it, we'll do a little bit and then see if we can fine tune other areas. So let's go take this thing out and rip it. All right, let's see how this thing does. Definitely likes the concrete better. If we could race on concrete, that'd be cool. Still spinning, still drifting a little bit. I have a feeling it might be in the front. Let's do a couple more quick burnouts. Wow. Either that or I need to adjust the other side. Not full throttle, just so you know. That's like quarter, maybe half. Okay, let's put you down. Oh, car. Okay, let's put you down. We're gonna try that one more time. Sorry for all the shaking everywhere. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go adjust the other side. let's try that real quick, and we're gonna come back. Okay, so made a quick adjustment. Let's see what it does. Try one more time. Oh my goodness. That I stayed in that way too long. Great. Looks like we're okay in the back. And we whacked it a little bit, but it's okay. All right, so this thing is still driving right. I think I'm gonna go back, look at the footage. I have a feeling it's the front pulling it now. So let's go back. We may need, this thing's got some power, so could always turn the power down, but I mean, I want it to be able to drive straight. And I noticed that with the Limitless, having the lockers front and rear, man, made a humongous difference of like how it launched, how it drove. You know, it doesn't steer as well, like, you know, if you want to go screw around with it. So let's see if this thing can do, like, I think our next step, I'm gonna look at the video real quick, but I think we're gonna need to do that 300K up front to help with that steering. So let's stay tuned. So just quick, I just brought it in, took the body off. I was like, oh, let me look at the back, you know, just make sure, you know, since we whacked the back, nothing's broken, everything looked okay. And I was like, man, this wheel's all loose. And I looked down, there's no wheel nut holding the wheel on. It didn't strip it, so that's good. It was hard to get off, but it didn't, there was no nut. And I'm like, I just walked everywhere to look to see if I could find the nut. I thought I got them all tight. Guess not. None of the others seem loose. So I obviously screwed up over here, but I didn't, I mean, it's funny. I can't find it anywhere, so I'm gonna go look and see if I can, when I go review the footage of like all the suspension, how it's working, see if I can see when that thing flew off. So let's see. So I went back into the, looked at the video and stuff. Man, I'm gonna try to embed it in here. You can see on one of the runs, this nut is like barely hanging on, and it goes down. I think I see it take off. I'm not sure, I'll show that too. And then when the truck gets back, it's not there anymore. And then I do a whole nother run with no nut at all. Oh my goodness. So, I must not have gotten that thing tight at all. I searched everywhere, couldn't find it. I do have an M2C Sherlock nut. I have a couple of those laying around. So I stuck that on there for now. So hopefully that holds it on. But I still believe the front, looking at the video, the front is driving it. So I'm gonna go to 300 in the front, and then we're gonna go back and take a couple more test hits and see how it goes. Okay, so we've got, I was gonna put 300K up front. I'm out. And I couldn't find any locally, really. Like, I called around, I'm like, screw it. I got 500K, put it in the front. Let's see how it does. If I don't like it, I can always change it and go down. So we're gonna go test this thing. We now have got a diff locker in the back, 500K up front. I still, you know, I don't wanna go too far. Like, I can keep going and going and going. I gotta, at some point, gotta stop somewhere. Because I'm not gonna make it perfect for everything. I wanna make it good all around. So, we're gonna take this thing out. I got that Sherlock nut from M2C on there, and we're gonna see how this thing does. Okay, so we're gonna start this thing a little further back. There's some trucks working down there. So let's see how this thing does. I did heat the tires up real quick. It does all right. Put all the suspension back to where it was. Let's try to give this thing one more quick hit. I like the way it steers with the 500K. Let's see. Let's do one more hit. Let's give it one more good launch, see how it goes. So it definitely starts, it goes out straight and then it starts drifting to the right. So I set all the suspension back to base. So we may go do a shock adjustment. You know, part of it too, just now thinking about it, you know, I'm running a single 6S battery in here, which I've done, you know, before, but I'm almost thinking, you know, maybe doing my dual 3S and seeing how it does weight-wise, weight transfer side to side. So we might try that before I go start making adjustments. Let's go try that. Let's get my 3S batteries hooked up. Let this thing cool back down, and then we'll try those next before we make a suspension adjustment. So, but I actually like the 500K in the front. The steering was way snappy before. It's a little bit more controllable now, and it still steers really good to play around with. So I think this might be a really good setup actually. So, all right, let's go try the other batteries. All right, I got the Power Hobby 7600 3S batteries in there. So we got the weight evenly distributed. Let's see what it does. Let's go rip it. All right, so we're gonna go out here, see if we can. Put you guys down on the tripod. Let's see if it makes any difference. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I feel like that did help a little bit. Let's do one more hit. See how it kind of.
I want to try to race you.
You want to try to race me? Okay, put him in there.
I'm gonna easily smoke you.
Well, we'll see. That Creighton's pretty fast too.
Yeah, compared to the infraction,
Okay, I'll let you count us down.
okay. Can I have a head start?
Just count us. Why are you getting so close to me? You're gonna run right into me. Okay, you ready? You count us down.
3, 2, 1. I win!
You win what? You gotta go all the way down.
No.
First off, you cheated. Oh! Hey!
One more race.
One more race. Let's do one more quick hit.
Oh, you don't get to come up.
Why are you going up, dude?
You like a really fast car. You get to sit right up.
Okay, count us out.
Ready, set,
Oh, no. All right.
Ready, set, go. I win.
Okay.
Oh, Dash is joining?
Stay over there, Gage. Stay out of the way. 3,
Go.
2, 1, go. Oh, Dash. Did you blow a tire again? You blew another tire up?
How? I swear.
Yep.
Yep. Ready,
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
You broke the
What
tire went flying! Oh my god! Wait.
Oh, man. This side keeps coming apart. Okay, we lost that tire again. That nut keeps coming off. I wonder if there's got to be something wrong with that hub. Okay, we'll get in and figure out what's going on. Okay, so we got this thing back on the bench. Let me kind of show you. I mean, you can see it. I've got a different wheel, different set of GRPs on it. These are another set of, these are medium hards. I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's too long. I love showing you all this stuff. I just feel like, man, I don't want to bore everybody. And I talk too much, and then all the tech stuff. I think the tech stuff's cool, seeing the hits and seeing the changes. I don't know. I would enjoy it. You know, I enjoy it when some people do that stuff. So I hope everybody else is enjoying it too. But yeah, give me some comments. Shoot me some comments about like what we should do next, what you think I'm doing wrong, how I can make things better. You know, what we can do better on the channel. So comment, like, subscribe. I will say what I did was, you know, that wheel kept falling off. I did replace, I got a whole new set of nuts, you know, wheel nuts for it, because I whacked a couple when the wheel came off. It smacked around, and I ended up changing the changing hubs on these guys to the hexes. They're cheap. It's just cheap insurance. I'm like, you know, the inside of the wheel was fine, so I just wanted to make sure, you know what, I'm just gonna replace it. Something was up with that one hub. I just don't know what the deal was. So I feel like the truck's pretty close to where I want it. So we're gonna take this thing back out, of course. I want, now that I've got, now that I've kind of got things situated where I want it to be, we're gonna go put this thing back on 8S, do a speed run, and I'll probably do a speed run on, these are medium hards, so I did the speed run on the softs last time. I don't know, maybe I'll pull the softs back on it too, but we'll see. Although I've got one that's bad, so I've only got 3, and I hate having like kind of 3 more, you know, 3 that are worn down and 1 that's not. I don't know, I guess I could try to wear one down a little bit on one of the other cars. So stay tuned. We're gonna bring it back because we got unfinished business. So stay tuned for more infraction developments.